Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. We are going to discuss today about this recent topic or recent development that is going on around Black Sea region, where the Turkey has decided to close the Black Sea for the Russian warships. We are also going to discuss that how and on what ground Turkey has taken this decision and how it can impact the Russian naval forces and the Russia-Ukraine war overall. So first of all, the context or why this particular topic was in news, because Turkey, as we discussed, has decided to close the Black Sea, and Turkey enjoys or have a very complex kind of relationship with Russia, because Russia is against NATO while Turkey is a very important NATO member. With Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the rapid development of Europe that has happened in past 1 week, the relationship of Turkey and Russia is changing at a very rapid rate, mainly because Turkey enjoys a very geographical location in this whole Black Sea areas. And recently it has announced that it will implement the Montreux Convention that was signed in 1936 regarding the regime of the straits that is present in the Black Sea. The main aim of this particular decision is to implementation of the Montreux Convention so that Turkey can limit the movement of Russian warships mainly between the Mediterranean Sea in the south and the Black Sea on the north, thus we can say helping or protecting the Black Sea regions of the Ukrainian coast. Let us first try to understand geographically where is Black Sea and what are the straits that we are talking about which Turkey can control under the Montreux Conventions. So as you can see in this particular diagram, this is the Black Sea, this side this is our Mediterranean Sea, and the geographical location of Turkey is such that it enjoys a complete dominance over the passage between the Mediterranean and the Black Sea. As you can see from here, there are two straits that connect Mediterranean Sea with the Black Sea. One is the Strait of Dardanelles, that is connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Sea of Marmara. This is the Sea of Marmara. And then on the northern side, there is a Strait of Bosporus or Bosporus Strait that connects Sea of Marmara to the Black Sea. So it is these two straits, Dardanelles Strait and the Bosporus Strait, which Turkey can close under Montreux Convention and thus close the this outflow and inflow of the ships from Black Sea to Mediterranean and vice versa. And it is due to its strategic border location. If we can look at the Turkey's map, we can see that its border is spread on both sides of the Bosporus and Dardanelles. It has complete control over the access to the Black Sea. Now, what is the importance of this route in general term? So, first of all, it is important not only from military point of view, but also has important role to play in the global maritime trade. And large amount of millions of dollars of annual global trade flows via this route between Black Sea and this Mediterranean Sea. The most important or most valuable product that is shipped through this particular straits are the energy product, that is largely oil and gas. These oil and gas is produced in the southern Caucasus region of Georgia, Azerbaijan, Turkey as well as Russia. So in the Caucasus region, this oil and gas that are produced is shipped to other countries of the world via this Dardanelles and Bosporus Strait through the Black Sea. First, it is brought to the Caspian. We have Caspian Sea here, we can see. And from here, the Caspian gas line project is there. Through the Caspian gas line project, it is brought to the Black Sea. From here, it is transported via ships. Now, what is the military importance, especially for Russia or Black Sea? So, if you look at the naval power of Russia, largely it is believed as from very earlier time, Russia was believed to be a continental or land power rather than a naval power. Why it is so? Because the largest part of the Russian coastline is lying in the northern Arctic region, where the most of the ports are frozen for extended months of the year. Due to this, Russia do not have any access to any other warm water port except the Black Sea, and that is why it is very, very strategic to have a control or certain degree of control of Russia or Black Sea, so that in terms of military warfare, in times of even to control the goods and trade movement of the goods and oil and gases, they can actually utilize this. So the only warm water port, Black Sea being the only warm water port for Russia, it has a very important strategic importance for the Russian Navy. Let us try to understand now what is Montreux Convention, under which the Turkey has blocked the access to the Black Sea for the Russian warships. So the Montreux Convention was signed in 1936, where it allows a complete freedom for civilian vessels to access the Black Sea region in the times of peace. However, if war occurs or if war takes place in this Black Sea region, in that case Turkey was given a full or sole right to control, close or open this Dardanelles Strait or Bosporus Strait. The important point here being the two key term, that is conflict versus war. As long there is a conflict that is going on Black Sea region, Turkey does not or cannot close or cannot exercise its full we can say control over the Black Sea access. But if this conflict changes into a war-like situation, then Turkey's role come into play, and they can then use the Montreux Convention. This is where the background we can understand that changes has happened in last few days, where Turkey was not able to close Black Sea as long as in the Turkey they believe that it is a kind of conflict, or it is kind of, we can say some kind of special military operations as used by the Russian military. However, recently Turkey has declared this to be a war, the Russian invasion of Ukraine as a war, and on this particular ground they can close the access to Black Sea under Montreux Convention. However, one point we have to keep in mind that Turkey cannot block access to such Russian warships who are returning to their registered base either in the Black Sea region or the Mediterranean Sea region. So that is one this we can say loophole that is present in this particular conventions. Now let us try to understand that how has been the Turkey's relationship with both West as well as the Russia. So first of all, if we try to understand the Turkey's relationship with the earlier Soviet Union and later Russia. So in pre-1920, before 1920, both countries have a very hostile relationship with each other, because Ottoman Empire was ruling that time in Turkey, and they had a kind of conflicted relationship with the Tsarist regime of Russia. However, post 1920, there has been certain changes in the relationship between both countries, where in the post 1917 Bolshevik Revolution, where the Russian people under the leadership of Vladimir Lenin threw up with the Tsar and assassinated him, and then Bolshevik government was established, and that make up the Soviet Union, formed the Soviet Union. Bolshevik provided a very significant assistance in making up, or we can say making up of Turkey after the World War I. That led to betterment of relationship for certain times. However, this relationship again became sour when Joseph Stalin came to power, and especially when Turkey applied for NATO membership and got this. However, this again underwent changes when Joseph Stalin died, and there was a kind of thaw. That means the relationship between both countries was neither very too friendly or nor too confrontation. That again went significant change post 1991, or during the times of 1991, when the Soviet Union was breaking up, and Russia, as a largest country of Soviet Union, tries to improve its relationship, bilateral relationship with Turkey, and that is when we see significant improvement in the country's relationship. And as of now, also Turkey became one of the Russia's largest trade partner. Not only trade partner, but Turkey actually become a very famous destination for the Russian tourist, which because of its beach access in the Black Sea regions. However, there are certain conflict regions are there where both countries, despite having a very good trade and a tourist relationship, have a kind of area of conflict where both do not see eye to eye with each other. There are four major conflicts where both Russia and Turkey have taken an opposite stance, or we can say different stance. The first is the Nagorno-Karabakh dispute. This particular dispute is with regards to the Nagorno-Karabakh region, that is a disputed region between Armenia and Azerbaijan. At the same time, Turkey were not supportive of Assad government during Syrian civil war. Again, we can understand mainly because of the Sunni-led, Sunni-controlled government of Turkey and the Shia-controlled government of the Syria. Similarly, in Libya civil war, also Turkey and Russia were quite opposite to each other. And also in the case of Kosovo conflict, again Kosovo is a conflicted or disputed region that has broken away from Serbia and believed and want to have a separate state or separate existence as an individual country. However, Serbia does not, Serbia does not believe the Kosovo as a separate country, and they believe to be it a part of the territory of Serbia. So here also Russia and Turkey have a different stance. Now let's try to understand that how and why how the Turkey and Ukraine relationship have been from the past. So again, we can understand that Ukraine broke up from Soviet Union somewhere in 1990s, and Turkey was one of the first country in the world to recognize Ukraine as a separate sovereign nation. That said, after that, since 1990s, both countries have enjoyed a very warm relationship with each other, and we can understand this that since 2014, when the Russia invaded Ukraine and took control of Crimea, the Turkey has used the term as occupation. They have declared on the governmental basis that Russia is not a legitimate stakeholder, not a legitimate country to have a control over Crimea, and they are in a kind of occupation of Crimea. Further, we can see in the recent time when the war broke out in year 2022, first of all, when the environment or situation was very tense between Russia and Ukraine, Turkey actually tried to become a mediator or play a role of peacekeeper, and they said they are ready to become a mediator for the peace between Russia and Ukraine. However, once Russia invaded Ukraine, Turkey has declared it as an unacceptable, also because it is a common stance taken by all the NATO member countries, and also they have been continuously sending both humanitarian as well as military aid to the Ukraine. One of the most significant military aid that was sent by to Ukraine by Turkey has been Bayraktar drones, which has played a very crucial role in taking out all the military convoys that Russia has sent toward Ukraine. So that is why both countries are enjoying more, we can say, closer relationship as compared to the past. So on conclusion, what we can say that as of now, since Turkey has a border on the Black Sea, it has a coast on the Black Sea and enjoys a very supremacy in controlling the access between Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea. Actually, it has found itself caught between both countries, Russia and Ukraine, where it not only has friendly ties with both, but it also has important Black Sea maritime boundary. And taking that into consideration, Turkey will have to navigate through this uncharted territory, then how they will, or what decisions the government will take, so that its relationship with both countries are not become very confrontational or does not become very difficult to navigate with. So that is all about the this particular issue regarding why Turkey has decided to block the access for Black Sea for the Russian warship. That is all for today. We'll come again soon with the next important topic. Till then, take care. Thank you very much.